trust me, when you got a first one and mother come out, you don't wanna do too many.
I guess I don't even think about it on the bus no more.
Everybody rise
Like
for
you
the pledge
finally
of allegiance.
I yell at the kids regardless.
I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Call the meeting to order.
Today.
Roll call.
Mayor Westergaard.
Yes.
Moeller.
Yes.
Stanky.
Yes.
Tom.
Yes.
Woltman.
Yep.
Reese.
Yes.
Gina, did you have something for public forum?
No, she had it there on the agenda.
Oh, that's right. I just thought maybe you want to step out front. Consent agenda.
Make a motion to approve.
Second,
I'll second it.
roll call.
Woltman.
Yep.
Stanky.
Yes.
Tom.
Yes.
Reese.
Yes.
Moeller.
Yes.
That did include, you see, one extra bill was written on here about paying for a mobile radio.
Mobile radio.
Yeah.
Okay, we have to approve a fence permit for Austin Stuber.
Make the motion to approve.
Second,
Second.
roll call.
Moeller.
Yes.
Woltman.
Yes.
Reese.
Yes.
Stanky.
Yes.
Tom.
Yes.
Okay, everybody got Bryce's retirement. We'd like to formally accept that in a motion.
So move.
Second,
I'll second it.
roll call.
Moeller.
Yes.
Stanky.
Yes, with a
Tom.
thank you.
Yes.
Woltman.
Yep.
Reese.
Yes.
Would like to thank him for his service.
Yes.
Definitely.
Okay, resolution 2043 on our building acquisition and disposition. Anybody have any questions?
Really a two-part deal tonight. We're going to ask the council to approve that resolution. What that resolution does is basically approves the exchange of those properties. The deeds are prepared, and we would go ahead and have them executed then anytime after this resolution is approved. We tell you that we do need to provide an abstract to Dr. Bowe for 408, and we have not yet found where that abstract is from the last Heath Carroll property project.
Did he have it?
At one time he did. He said he turned it back in. Dave said he doesn't have it. We may end up getting a new abstract created again. Cost a few $100.
I bet it cost more than $300.
No,
I bet
they
it
don't.
does.
They just created it right before this last end.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Oh.
Make a motion to approve 2043.
I'll
Second,
second it.
roll call.
Woltman.
Yes.
Reese.
Yes.
Moeller.
Yes.
Stanky.
Yes.
Tom.
Yes.
Okay, we have to come up with a method of disposal for 413.
Right, so I wanted to talk with you a little about that. We certainly could say that we're going to put up the property for bid, and you could sell it to high bidder if that's what you would like to do. What I'm going to pitch to you though is the notion that we would take proposals on that property, and it starts on page 7. Really, just a few things here that we would seek to. One second. That we would ask them the proposed use of the building. They would give us a detailed description of what they would do with it. Okay. Would they propose to make any physical improvements to the building? And if so, you'd explain that. Estimated cost of any building improvements, and then the timeline for building improvements. Then we do ask for what the purchase price would be. Interested in your thoughts on that we would take these proposals, and with the person selected for to be the new owner, we would roll this into a development agreement.
I'm all in favor for doing that.
Yeah,
Doing
I
it
am
that
too.
way.
I am
Yeah.
too.
One of the things that maybe isn't a concern, but could be a concern, that somebody would buy that just as an investment and just let her sit for longer again. I'd like to see that we get an opportunity that if somebody wants to come in, that somebody comes in, you know, and I think that's important. Like I said, we're making great strides down there, and I'd like to continue to do it like that. That's my opinion on it.
Very good. I am going to look at a due date for these to be October 30. It'll take a little while for all the property transactions to go through and that type of stuff. And I just will wanna confirm with Dave Jennett that he feels that's a realistic date about, or do we need to push that back a little bit further? So, but as of now, I'm gonna look at the 30th and we'll confirm with Dave on this, but,
So do you need a motion to pursue that type of?
yeah, if we would, yeah, have a
Proposal?
motion to proceed this way.
So moved.
Second? Roll call.
Thomas,
Yes.
Moller,
Yes.
Reese,
Yes.
Waltman,
Yes.
thank you.
Yes.
Okay, 2044 is approving the landing on East Shore Plat.
Yeah, what we're doing is approving the preliminary plat of this, and that plat just shows on page 9. It's been submitted to the Planning and Zoning Commission, who recommends approval, and then of course we have that development agreement in place with the Terrells already that's really guiding development, so that's recommended for approval.
I'll make the motion to approve that.
Will be in second.
Yep, Dave.
Roll call.
Moller,
Yes.
Boltman,
Yes.
Reese,
Yes.
Stankin,
Yes.
Tom.
Yes.
Okay, Gina, now you have to talk.
Here, Gina.
You don't have to ask me.
50,000 people on camera.
I guess just real quick on this, so the application starts on page 11. We have this business property improvement grant program where the city has budgeted $25,000 for the year that can be utilized towards these grants. We're actually now into a new fiscal year. I think we have all of the funds available. But the maximum grant amount can be $5,000, with one exception here too, that they're looking at a sign, a new sign, illuminated sign then too. So that'd be an additional fee on that, and that the city would pay for up to half of that sign up to $250.
You need a motion to approve?
Gina ought to explain the project a little bit.
We didn't hear.
And I didn't take a copy of my application, but, we're gonna do a new roof, which will be like a black steel. And then we're going to, the outside where the block is that needs repainted, we're gonna do like a white steel siding, I'm guessing. And then like, a fourth of a way up will be black or gray, I guess. I'm not sure exactly what we're gonna do on that color, yet. And then the gutters, soffit will all be redone, and I think possibly around the windows if that's needed. And, the sign above the doors we've already done, and, we put in new lighting all around and a soffit, which is more energy efficient, I guess, and stuff. And this north side sign that will light up, the lighting's been changed in there. And I didn't have the estimate yet on the sign, but Jim Jensen got it because the acrylic company's been laid off for a while, and it will be $1,300 for that sign.
The sign above the door really pops.
It does, it really stands out a lot more than the old one, I'm
Yeah, yeah,
surprised.
yeah. Looks really
So
nice.
just kinda wanna improve the looks of it and kind of match a little bit downtown to.
That's great.
Mm-hmm.
Real good.
Make a motion to approve.
I'll second it.
Roll call.
Boltman,
Yes.
Stankin,
Yes.
Tom,
Yes.
Reese,
Yes.
Moller.
Yes.
Looks like you have some vision, Gina.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Get the project done,
Yeah.
and come see me and we'll
Okay.
follow
Alright.
through.
Okay, I think it should, hopefully we can get started soon, now that things have slowed down a little bit.
It's good to see all the improvements downtown. Looks
Yeah.
nice.
So it's hanging signs look really nice, I think.
Oh, they
on the
do, don't
buildings,
they?
Yeah.
I'm just really pleased with how they turned out.
Okay, library project, we got application for pay number 7.
Yeah, and this will be recommended for approval, but just a quick update that we had a library board meeting over at the library today. And John and I were asked to come over and kind of see everything with the library. But one of the main things that they wanted to do was have an instructional time about learning how to operate the big divider wall in the middle of the room. So there's a whole bunch of people now who understand how to operate the divider wall, because there's a little something to it, but I tell you what, it's a pretty neat deal. And you look at the price on those things, you say, man, that's pretty expensive, but they're really solid. It's, I'm really pleased with it. You know, when you look about work yet to be done, it's basically a lot of finish work. All of the flooring, all of the baseboards, a lot of finish work yet on the staining and finishing the cabinets. They don't have any doors on cabinets or anything like this.
Plumbers.
Lots of plumbing.
Well, there had been some concern about why they couldn't be using that one room, so.
Well, they told us that, the guy that was there today was Dave Colas, he said they're gonna do that room last, so I'm gonna call Scott Lyon and see if they'll do it first, so they can move the stuff out of the semi.
That's a Pacific could be, they could already be working on that
Yeah.
if that was.
Well, they just gotta paint it and do the floor. But I'm gonna call Scott and see if he can't hurry it up.
Okay,
Pretty good.
that'd be good.
Just another item of good news is that the library was awarded their grant from the Renzi Foundation
Good.
for $7,500 for technology and furnishings.
Great.
So, yeah,
Good.
they've come together pretty good on that.
Okay, 812 High Street,
Now, we need a motion on to
So
approve the
moved.
pay.
I'll second it.
roll call.
Holtman,
Yep.
Moller,
Yes.
Stankin,
Yes.
Tom,
Yes.
Reese.
Yes.
Okay, now 812,
Yes.
coming back.
Yeah, this is with Payback, and this correctly is stated here that the payback goes to Corey Webb. I mean, so Corey's not the owner right now, but the way that that it was stated in the judgment from the court decision was that if there's additional proceeds from the sale of that property, it goes back to the previous owner from whom the city received ownership, so Corey Weber. So you look at those costs, they're main ones, legal fees, but there's some publication and lien search and a little bit of administrative time. The purchase price was $5,500, so we still proposed $3,417.57 would be reimbursed to Corey Weber.
We have that motion to pay him.
So moved.
Second,
A second.
roll call.
Moller,
Yes.
Tom,
Yes.
Holtman,
Yes.
Reese,
Yes.
Stankin.
Yes.
City Administrator report.
Can I have one quick question? How, that $35 an hour administrative time? do we-
That's our standard city rate.
I know, but is that, have we changed that in a long time?
I'd
It
have to
seems a
check.
little low.
It's been 5 years ago, but, yeah, you know, we could take a look at that again.
Yeah, I think so.
Because when you include wages and stuff, you know, it probably comes pretty close, covers everybody's wages. When you include benefits, it doesn't cover it.
Well, usually administrative is a little higher than wages.
All right, we just had somebody join. Is that you, Dave?
We'll do our administrative report.
Just a couple things on, I know you wanted some additional information on campground Wi-Fi, and that is that Corn Belt has their demonstration access points. We're going to physically get an access point down there, and then you can start to check coverage off of that access point, see how many access points that we would need, and that's supposed to occur this week, that they physically have the
Okay,
access
so
point.
a lot of this is kind of above my head, but I did talk to someone, and they wanted to know how fast are the internet speeds that we have up and down. And they want to know how many cables do we have put aside the office that connects to the internet for wireless access points? And what's your liability? And
What's
not
the
sure
last?
what, yeah, I'm not sure what that means. What's your liability, such as internet?
We're gonna offer a
So
service, we're not
what-
taking any reliability.
What is
on
the
that.
pipe coming in? What is the broadband coming in?
Is the subscription that we purchased.
I know, how much is, what do we have?
It's not 100, it's 50 or so. Okay, so I had thought maybe we had 100 megabytes, but it's not. It's the next step down from that.
So are we looking at upping it
Well, we'll have to again. We upped it this spring to where we're at right now.
to 50?
Yeah.
We need 128 or something that the next step?
Well,
How many days?
I thought it was a lot more than that.
and it is. That, because just the rough, pencil numbers that Lee and I were doing, I mean, it could be 300 or something, would be what might be truly needed down there on a busy weekend. I don't know that we can accommodate that all the time. Now, physically, the physical plant can accommodate unlimited speed. It's all fiber up there up to the office.
Does the office have good internet reception, Wi-Fi reception?
But there, we do have 2 subscriptions, and one's a hard subscription at the office, so that's always solid.
Okay. And the other one, are we able to do like a seasonal thing? You know, because we don't need that high speed
Yes, and we
all
do.
year.
Yep, and they honor that.
So, what, we only pay for,
April through September, and then during the wintertime, we're not charging.
okay.
Anyway, so we'll have more information on that on campground Wi-Fi, because I've asked them then for different proposals then too about, we have asked for a proposal about corn belt installs and maintains. It's a paid service. We've asked them about purchasing the hardware from them, and it just becomes a free service like we do right now. And then also asked them about a proposal about anything in the middle. Can we provide a minimum level of service for free? And then if they require increased speeds, then there'd be some sort of a cost to that. So we've asked them for that proposal also.
So how would you determine that would you have a slip of paper when they come and check in that you would just hand them and say, this is what we got, if you want more, this is what you...
Yeah, because they actually need to do that right now, because it's all password protected still.
Right.
So they need to know the password, and then we can give them the different options then about what the internet would be.
So how do they then confine it to that camper? So that the neighbors aren't hooking on? I mean, I'm just asking.
For if they know the password.
If they did the increased cost, so the camper's gonna pay extra to have a higher speed, how do you confine it to that camper?
It's related to the IP address of your computer. Also campground related, our contractor for the project does anticipate starting right away, 1st of October or so. We have a meeting with the contractor this Thursday to go through some of the preparation down there that we'll need to have done before they get going. Little update on the lagoon, really nothing more than what I put in the memo about that leak, and that Healy is coming to fix that, to fix the leak out there, but it's more of a much more proactive way to approach this, because not just fixing the leak, it's going to attend to a much bigger area completely around that manhole where we had the initial leak. So everything around the manhole would be addressed, and then from that initial manhole straight north to what would be the bypass manhole to go straight to cell 2, and actually do that area between those 2
So Grumman Hicks
manholes
is paying, yeah?
They'll have to, and or whatever their arrangement is. And I do want you guys to understand this difference about the influent and effluent meter readings. That right now we've been getting a lot more influent coming in than what we measure going out. So that either says you have problems with measurement, or you're losing some water along the way. So the first thing that they were checking then is the calibration of the flow meters, and that'd be the first thing that they're working on. But it's going to be that same situation where we had when they had that first leak, that they lowered the first cell. They're going to do that again. They're going to pump out that first cell. So this issue about inflow and outflow, we won't be able to address that for a long time again, because we have no outflow.
But the recalibration, they're
And they're being
doing-
recalibrated. Yeah.
How long does that take?
It's a one-day deal to get the vendor here to do it. So Jetco's the vendor, and they've been contacted.
So has our engineer been gonna be around when this is all taking place?
So the inspector's there, The inspector's there, Troy.
And that's the same guy that was on there put it in the first time.
That said it
I
wasn't a
believe so.
problem.
That wasn't a problem?
It wasn't a problem,
Okay. Just want to be clear on that.
yeah.
The next thing that, and I think maybe Vicki wants some more information on Billboard Wraps, and I still don't have a price on those, but I have contacted the company again to get price on both billboards. You know, we own 2 billboards, one's 5 miles east of town and one's up at Highway 20.
But the one on 20 looks good, I think.
It does, but I am gonna get a price about replacing them both. Which is just amazing, because the one up at Highway 20's been there like 4 or 5 years longer than the one on Highway 71.
The one out here looks bad.
Yeah. Sac County Endowment grants, we got notice on that these grant applications will be coming up this fall. The due date's October 23rd. John and I were talking through that a little bit about what we got for projects, and we might need to do a little bit thinking about what we would want to apply for grant money for. So kind of keep that in the back of your mind if you got any projects that you'd like to look at. The Iowa League of Cities conference is next week, and it's a virtual conference, so everything's online. I did get signed up. I'll attend those classes, and it just costs $50 now to participate in the conference. So if anybody's interested in doing that, let me know and we can get you signed up. Sac County League starts up again for the fall, and it's this Thursday. It's in Wall Lake. So I need to give them an RSVP number, because they're gonna have the meal cadence. So, anybody available?
I won't be able.
Yes.
Dave? John, does too?
I won't be able to make it this time either.
September 24th, is that what you're looking at?
No,
No,
this
the 10th.
Thursday, the 10th. Okay.
This Thursday. Yeah, I think I can do that.
Can I let you know tomorrow?
Yep. Okay, and, yeah, the one on the 24th, there's another one on the 24th, it's Northwest Iowa League starting up for the fall again also. So, and that'll be in Carroll.
Are they gonna have a tour of the library?
Yep, they will, you'll hear about all their library project and everything it took to get that to happen.
Yeah, well, if you took the Carroll paper, you were kind of aware of that.
Yeah.
That shopper, had a lot of commentary.
We were taking the Carroll paper about that time.
One other thing for you is we're looking at the notion of replacing our holiday banners. And Connie Ason's been real good about this, about seeking funding. She wants to write another grant for Orion to pay for part of these. And these are designed by Angie Bennett. And there's 3 different ones with the different types of pictures. Anyway, I would like to do this. And the last set that we did, we partnered with the community club about financing them. And they're in the midst of some economic tougher times. So anyway, we'd look to get a grant, and then the city's share out of funding these would be, say, $1,100 or $1,200. I guess I'd plan to proceed. What's your thoughts?
Let's do it.
I'm
I
in
think
favor of
so.
it. Plus, we got, I don't know if it's been noted, but we got a grant. She got us a grant that helped with those signs too.
$500.
Yeah, on all those blade signs. So, yeah, they haven't been around to take pictures and everything and really publicize that yet. But
Some of the grant things have been kind of frozen.
Sounds like a good plan. Good effort.
We're done.
I am. Dave Jennett, are you there? You never got here yet, huh?
Motion to adjourn? Second?
I'll second.
Meeting adjourned.
All right, thank you, everybody.
Hey, you might wanna, Scott, send a thank